Hey guys! We used to do live chats every Tuesday at 8 p.m. where we talk about couponing or topic in general, whatever the topic might be. We took the live chats away for November, and quite a few people have been messaging me asking and commenting, are we going to do the live chats again? So I would like to do them on Tuesday again, as long as we have a theme or a topic to talk about. It's hard to go over coupon deals live because I feel like nobody really can take from that talk. It's easier for me, and I think for you guys too, if we have an actual topic like this to talk about. And let's talk about that for a second, because that's a pretty big statement. I don't donate, but I did have trouble with titling this video. What I want to talk to you about. Hey guys! Oh my gosh, it's Tuesday and we're live! Holy cow! Hey! Alright, so I had to come out to my car because there's some stuff going on in my house. Not bad. That sounded bad, didn't it? But it's not bad. I just kind of was running late too, so I'm sorry. Hi, how are you? Anyway, let's talk about the title of this video, which is I Don't Donate. And what I wanted to make the title of the video was I don't donate to Toys for Tots, and I'll tell you why. This is actually Monster that I poured in a cup so I wouldn't drink the whole can, if you're wondering, just saying. Okay, so the reason I won't donate to Toys for Tots, and I just want to put this out there for something for you guys to think about, and just, I'm not one of those people that think that it's important for me to make videos showing you guys what I donate or what I give away or the good deeds that I do, because I think when people do that, it almost seems like they have something to hide, you know, like they're doing it to hide other things, that they might not be a really good person, you know what I mean? Or they just want a pat on the back from you guys or show what a good person they are. So I do not, and I will not ever publicly donate anything. Sometimes I might remind you guys, like this might be a good item to donate or whatnot. So let's get that out of the way. Secondly, it's really frustrating, and probably my biggest pet peeve, and I hate to say this because I feel like people are going to comment it just because I'm saying that it's kind of my pet peeve. But, for example, in that video where we went to Tennessee and we got almost 400 items for under $4, so they were Dollar General penny items. Most of them were clothing, and a lot of them were like kids' clothes. People comment, I hope you donated, and stuff like that. Those are my pet peeve, because obviously, if you go get almost 400 random items from a store, and they're random items, so it's not like you can pick and choose your size, colors that you want and whatnot. Obviously, first of all, it's mine and I can do with it whatever the hell I choose. And obviously, I know that the right thing to do is to donate. I'm a human being, and I think if I was a stingy person, I wouldn't have a YouTube channel to begin with, especially based on couponing. There's just more lucrative things that I could talk about, but I choose to do couponing because I like to help people. And aside from just me, I think commenting that on anyone's social media post is just quite annoying, because you're not gaining anything from that. It's not like that person's going to be like, oh, Sally from New Hampshire says I should donate, so let me take my stuff to the Goodwill, you know? Anyway, so let's get that out of the way. Now let me tell you why I don't donate to Toys for Tots. And I just want to bring this to your attention because you should do some research. If you're donating to something, do some research about that organization before you donate to it. Before we go into this, I just want to say, it's not like this in every area. In fact, I triple checked that. I called other areas and told them that I lived in their county, because they do it by county mostly. I lived in their county and I had a child and I was in need and I was on food stamps. Would they help me get toys for my child? last year, one place told me that the toy drive was over and they had already given out the toys for Toys for Tots. But if I come in, they would help me. They would do whatever they could to help me. And the guy who answered the phone was the absolute nicest person in the world. I wish I would have gotten his name because he was willing to, you know, do whatever it took to help get my fake children toys. But in my area, I live in Raleigh County, West Virginia, and you can call and verify with the Toys for Tots in my area if you'd like, which is why I'm mentioning the county. If you are on food stamps and you have children who are in need of toys, they are not eligible for Toys for Tots because you're on food stamps. So to me, that is really frustrating. And what made me think about this, to talk about this in this video, was I was driving to Kroger just a little bit ago, and I heard a commercial for Toys for Tots on the radio, and it was like the sweetest, saddest thing, and it really made, you know, it would make any person want to not only donate new toys, but, you know, send a monetary donation if possible. And every time I see those Toys for Tots boxes or hear those commercials, like, it drives me nuts because I just feel the need that I should tell everyone, but you can't get it if you're on food stamps. Like, so what's the point? So I did some research as to why that is, why people on food stamps in my area are not eligible for Toys for Tots. And I see people in the comments saying, why? The kids in my area, in this county, Raleigh County, West Virginia, are only eligible for a used toy from a different toy fund. Now, they get a toy, so that's a plus. But Toys for Tots is new toys. The other toy fund that they can't, if you're on food stamps, you can't get Toys for Tots. You have to go to this other toy fund. It's a used toy. So at least they do get a toy, but it's frustrating to me that a child who cannot help their, you know, living circumstances, and obviously Christmas isn't about giving gifts. We all know what Christmas is about, or supposed to be about, depending on, you know, what you believe in. Even if you don't believe in, you know, Jesus and that kind of thing, that's cool, whatever. But having a child who is, you know, 5 years old, and I have a 12-year-old child, I think it's important that children believe in that type of thing, where, you know, they think that I believe in the miracle of Christmas and stuff like that, and Santa and stuff is important too. But anyway, I hope that made sense and wasn't kind of all over the place. I don't want to get too religious about it. So, my statement of I don't donate should be, I guess, I'm very careful about who I donate to. Let me tell you another story. When I think I was 19 years old, I had to stay at a homeless shelter for, I think, a week or so. It was one of the most terrible experiences of my life, and looking back on it now, it's really, really sad. But anyway, when I was at this homeless shelter, people would bring donations, and they would have us carry the stuff in or whatnot, or put it away. And there was like this big, huge closet of stuff that had been donated to the homeless shelter. And when I was at this homeless shelter, it was just, you know, circumstances that were my fault, but I was young and stupid, and, you know, I think we've all had that kind of thing in our life. So anyway, I ended up at the homeless shelter. I legitimately did not have any way to eat. I didn't have any money, you know, definitely rock bottom in my life. And the things that were donated to the homeless shelter, we did not have access to. I remember we had washers and dryers that we could use at the homeless shelter, but you had to pay to use them, and I didn't have any money. But they had laundry detergent in the closet, and somehow I specifically remembered rounding up 50 cents to wash my clothes, and they would not let me have any of the laundry detergent that had been donated. And let me mind you that the homeless shelter had laundry detergent of their own. The stuff that was donated apparently was being taken by the employees that worked at the homeless shelter and stuff like that. We were not allowed to have access to that if we were in need. So I just think it's important that you do some research of where you donate to. That's all. So there's my little story. I do think it's important to donate. I prefer, since we're talking about this, I prefer, like, we have a little box that I found in my community where it's just a little wooden box that anybody can go put stuff in, and anybody can come and take stuff out of. And you can put canned food, you know, non-perishable food items and stuff like that in the box, and anyone can come and take it. That is my favorite thing to donate to. You can also put other stuff in there. It is kind of a small box, but the things that I've put in the box, and I've seen other people put things in the box, they get taken pretty quickly, which is amazing. So it's a small box, but you know, people are obviously utilizing this box, and they don't have to have, it doesn't matter if you're on food stamps, it doesn't matter, you know, what your situation is. If your family's hungry, you can hopefully go to the box and get food out of it. And those types of things are my favorite thing to donate to, because, you know, some families are prideful and too ashamed to say, you know, I can't feed my kids. I've heard a lot of people say that they're afraid to sign up for food stamps or ask for help because they're afraid if they say that they don't have any food in their home or they're needing food, that, you know, what's it called, Child Protective Services would get involved and things like that. And so that scares me a little bit, because I've legitimately heard people with that concern, and not only people who are eligible for food stamps, but people who are, sometimes you're just a little bit more screwed if you make just above the limit for food stamps, which is where my family kind of falls right now, that we are, you know, we are above that. But it's a struggle because, you know, you pay more taxes and blah, blah, blah. And so people think, I don't know. But anyway, the boxes are my favorite thing to donate to. So I hope maybe this just made you think about some things. And I don't know what else to talk about now, but I sure got juiced up for this live stream here. You're welcome. Yes, it depends on your county. And again, Toys for Tots in some areas, I verified that, because when I found that out, I was floored. I was sad. I remember crying because of it. And the fact that just because your family's on food stamps, you are only eligible for a used toy? Like, what? It makes me so sad. So sad. In fact, I think, I don't know. I think at some point I might see what I can do in my area about that. I'm not in the position, obviously, to do that right now at this moment, but maybe sometime in the future I would love to figure that out, because, man, that's... And it does kind of suck in my area too. There's not a lot of churches and places to go if you are in need of food. There's a few, but like, I know the one place, I think you can only get food, a small food box from there, like once or twice a month. I know when we lived in Tennessee, I think they did theirs weekly, which was amazing. I remember this lady who had kids, we used to give her a ride to the food pantry, and when we lived in Tennessee, and she would come out with a pretty good bit of stuff in her box weekly, and she had like a card that they scanned or something and kept track of how often she'd come or whatever. But she could also get like clothes. I remember there being like clothes and stuff like that. So maybe if there's nothing like that in your area, and you are in an area that doesn't have a lot of stuff and you are in a position to help people, maybe you could figure out what you could do, at least for people to eat. I know Christmas presents just aren't, I mean, it's not as important as eating, obviously, but I don't know. That makes me sad. So, anyway, let's talk about this, even though this is way completely off topic of donating. I do want to mention this. We do have Facebook groups, and I'll go through this really quickly because I feel like a broken record sometimes when I say this, but we do have 2 Facebook groups. In those Facebook groups, there are basically 3 rules. As long as you stick by those 3 rules, you're pretty good to go. The rules are: don't be rude, read and agree to the rules, and don't share links. If you join the groups and you do any of those 3 things, you will be evicted immediately. And it's not personal. The group isn't for everybody. If you can't follow the simple rule of not being rude or not posting links or to take a second to read and agree to the rules, then, you know, maybe our group's not for you, and that's okay. But we do have moderators that help with the group. They're not paid. They do it out of the kindness of their heart to help people, and I will not allow anyone to be rude to them. There was a lady who kept commenting yesterday on my YouTube, my Instagram, and my Facebook because she had been evicted from the group, and she was saying it was because she didn't read and agree to the group rules, and people were being kicked out for no reason. So we saved screenshots of why everybody was kicked out. She was kicked out for sharing a link, so she was lying anyway. But anyway, I don't think that makes me look bad, and that's, I guess, what she was trying to portray. You can obviously still watch YouTube videos. It's not personal. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. You can message me if you want, if you get kicked out, and we'll figure it out. But we don't babysit, so we don't message you and say, hey, honey, you shared a link, which is against the rules. You know what I mean? So you got to kind of be a grown-up. That's all. Sometimes there are some people who... Oh, shit. There was a lady I was supposed to add back, and I didn't add back after 30 days. I got to go add her. I bet she's mad at me. But sometimes we do let people back in depending on, you know, as long as you are nice to people. I don't think it's too much to ask to be nice to people, you know, whatever. Anyway, rules are important. So when I started the groups, my idea was, because I was in some groups that were like, if you use this word or that word, you're going to be kicked out. And I was like, bullshit. Like, I'm scared to make a post. I'm scared I'm going to be kicked out because I don't know if I'm using this word or that word, or, you know what I mean? Jelly bean. So, I started the group and I was like, we need as little rules as possible. So those are our 3 basic rules. There's a few other rules, like, you know, you can't sell penny items and, you know, stuff like that. But we have a couponing group and a penny shopping group, and we try to keep the couponing post in the couponing group and the penny shopping post in the penny shopping group. Obviously, we don't want to kick people out, but I'm just saying, you have to have rules, otherwise it's chaos. And otherwise what happens is Amazon links flood the group. So that's what happens if you don't have rules. So no links. Right, why is anyone rude? I don't know. I don't know, but they are. You'd be surprised. Don't mention glitches. LOL. Sorry about that. I don't know why you're not, like, in some of those groups, you're not allowed to use the word glitch, I think. Or what is that, right? It's a word like that. What is that? What it is? I don't remember. I don't go back to those groups now that we have our own because I don't want to have to worry about that. I have a lot of rude things that I would love to say in groups, but I shut my mouth because the group is more important to me than making a rude comment. Yeah, I mean, sometimes people are like, yeah. Sometimes I would like to say something rude too, but, you know, you just move on. Glitter, that's, oh, is it glitter? Is that what it is? I got muted, I didn't realize it, but it's all good. What's the name of the penny group? Powered by Pennies. The website is called Powered by Coupons, so the Facebook group for couponing is also called Powered by Coupons, and then we started the penny shopping group, and it's called Powered by Pennies. What is your IG? My Instagram is Krista Coupons. I am so, can you guys go over there and help me get closer to 10,000 followers on Instagram? I want to be able to make an Instagram story and be like, I just posted a new YouTube video, swipe up. But you gotta have 10,000 followers in order to do that. And I'm so close. Yes. All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about? I donated, hey Krista, I donated a lot myself during hurricanes in PR in Texas and Florida, but now I'm in a situation where I need help and can't get any. I have children and cancer, and I sell myself out too. Yeah, I'm sorry. That it sucks. I know. Also, I'm glad you brought that up, and not that this has anything to do at all with that specific person who made that comment, but since we're talking about donating and stuff like that, a lot of people message me, probably on a daily basis at least, and ask me to share their GoFundMe and stuff like that. And I don't do that, and I will never do that, just because I know that some of the people who message me, first of all, not all of them, but there was a few, I know for a fact, like, we're lying. And so since people message me every single day with stuff like that, if I agreed to do one, I would have to do them all, and I would always just be promoting people's GoFundMe accounts, which I don't think is fits in really with our couponing. So while we're talking about that, I just want to mention that publicly. It's not a personal thing. It's just something I've chose not to do, and I'm completely fine if other people choose to share people's GoFundMes. That's fine, but we don't allow them in the groups, and I will not promote them. Yeah, Amy says call your local Health and Human Services office, which is like the DHR, Department of Health and Human Services. That's what she just said. Trying to think, there's usually another organization that can kind of point you in the right direction, but it might only be this county. I can't think of what it's called anyway, so. What brand are those eyelashes? These are Lily Lashes in the style Miami, which I do have an affiliate code for, because I love them. I got them in the mail and I love them, so I was like, wait, I got an affiliate code for them. It's in my pre-recorded videos in the description box, so if you buy some, use my affiliate code. They cost way more than I would like to say. I don't think they look good in the dark. You can't really get the full effect. My eyes are extra wrinkly today. You see this? What the heck, man? Alright, anyway. If you need help, call 211. Someone says if you live in Ohio. Oh, that's amazing. Just gave you a thumbs up. Thank you so much, April. I'm so glad you're here, April. If you guys think of any topics that you want to talk about, I said this in the beginning of the video. If you guys can think of any topics that you want to talk about during our live streams, let me know. So since we do these live streams every single week, like, ideally I would like to go to the store and shop, but we've discovered that I'm not always the best live shopper. I do have a GoPro, and I've been trying to learn how to use it, and it's pretty simple, but my dilemma with the GoPro is I don't have the $400 one where you can go live on it, but if I did, that'd be bomb diggity. But anyway, my internet sucks, so I would have to do a pre-recorded video, and it'd probably take me forever to upload. So anyway, for live videos, usually it's good if we have like a topic to talk about, but since we do it every week, like, topics, man. There's only so much you can talk about in couponing, until we're just talking about the same thing over and over and over and over and over, which is cool sometimes. But oh, I'm so glad you mentioned that, Heidi. Heidi says, does your school have a backpack program? Ours does, and we received a backpack every week with food and personal products like deodorant, toothpaste, toilet paper, etc. So when we lived in Tennessee, I believe all kids got it wasn't a backpack, it was just a little brown bag. So we moved here, and I know that they didn't initially have one when my kids started school, but they just started one here, and it's a little bag that they send out that's got, it doesn't have personal products, but it does have food. And it's a church that runs that organization in my county. So if you do have kids in school, you might want to call the school. You could call anonymously if you wanted to, even, and ask if they have a program like that. Does anyone know if they have penny items in New York? I think it's so funny when people ask that question. If you have Dollar General, they have penny items, period. I think you do good at live shopping. Some I've tried to watch them back, and sometimes I can follow along, and I'm like, okay, you know, but sometimes I'm like, that's cringy, you know. Sometimes all my videos are like that in general, but that's okay. I just followed you on Instagram. Thank you. Yes, in Chicago, the schools give away weekend snack bags to all students. I like that they do it. I like when they do it to all students. I know here they sent out paper home, I think, or something like that, and you had to opt in. You only started DG couponing and shopping since you found me. Yay! How many times can you use Cottonelle toilet paper coupon in one transaction? Hold on, let me read it. I just happen to have one right here in my glove box. Excuse me. Alright, 50 cents off, Cottonelle 6 roller larger. Okay, so this says customer, limit 1 coupon per purchase. So per purchase means the item. So if you buy 5 packs of Cottonelle in a transaction, you could use 5 coupons. So Dollar General's coupon policy limit is 5 if it's not stated on the coupon. It's not stated on the coupon, so you'd be able to technically use 5. Now the problem that you're going to run, some of you, not everyone, are going to run into is some cashiers think that 1 coupon per purchase means 1 coupon per transaction. But some coupons will say limit 1 coupon per purchase and limit of 2 coupons per transaction per household per day. So this one doesn't have a limit in a transaction. So then you would go to the Dollar General coupon policy, which now is 5. So technically you can use 5. But I'm going to tell you that I just filmed our Dollar General breakdowns, 5 off 25 breakdowns. I got to edit that video, and it should be up tomorrow. Even if you don't have a bunch of Cottonelle coupons, it's going to be a really good deal, and I'm super excited about it. I have a small family, so I have to donate because my stockpile is so ridiculous. My son says, at least I have a good hobby. For sure. I think, I have a pretty small family, too. And I don't know a lot of people who live around me. So I feel like I have to donate, too. I used to sell my stuff. And that's okay too, I think, if you have to do that. I think it's important to make sure you take care of your family first, and then if you have enough to give to others, then you should. But obviously, that's each person's prerogative, and it's not my place to tell people that they should or shouldn't donate, or who they should donate to and who they shouldn't. And I really get annoyed when people try to do that, because if I buy something with my money, it's mine to do whatever the hell I want to with. So if I want to sell it, that's my problem. If I want to donate it, that's fine. It's up to me and you what you want to do with your crap. It's getting cold out here. I wonder how much gas I'm using. I'm afraid to turn the car off in case the battery goes dead. Oh, remember when we talked about this, you guys? My battery hasn't went dead since. I put antifreeze in my car. I didn't put it in my car, but, you know. You just answered my question. Couldn't use 2 Sparkle coupons because it said 1 per purchase. Yeah. That means the Dollar General cashier isn't educated. So if that happened to me, now here's the problem. Like, if you go for early activation or something, the manager's not going to be in the store. But if that happened to me and I went to the store and they said, because it has happened to me in the past, like, it says only 1 per purchase. I choose my battles wisely. So if I really need toilet paper and it's really going to make a difference financially for me if I use 5 coupons or 1 coupon, I just kind of make that decision for myself, and I think that's what you have to do too. You obviously want to be on good terms with your store. You don't want to be the bitch who comes in and threatens to call corporate or whatever every time you come in the store. Obviously, try to have a good relationship with them, of course. But if they are uneducated and they're not willing to listen and learn, then I will ask for a manager sometimes. And if that doesn't get me anywhere, I will say, okay, well then I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to call corporate. Something that is a really good example of explaining to them what that means is get the P&G coupons. And I always used to keep a P&G coupon in my binder or my little folder that I took with me to the store, because on the P&G coupons, those are the most clear coupons ever, and I wish all coupons were that clear. And now they made it in red. So on the P&G coupons it says 1 per purchase and then 2 per household per day per transaction or something like that. But the P&G coupons are a really good example to say, no, 1 per purchase means 1 per item. See, look at this coupon. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? My area knows what I do, so luckily, knock on wood, for me, I don't have so many problems now. And in fact, sometimes when I go to the store, the Dollar General employees will ask me things like about their policy that they're not aware of, which is flattering, but it just goes to show how I can't think of the word. My brain is empty. Ill-trained they are. I haven't actually been making as many videos as I used to make. I used to make a lot of videos a month. I'm trying to cut that down. I actually found that I get more views if I make less videos. I think I'm going to make a video this week or next week. Oh, we were talking about food. Okay, so here's what I think. I don't like to say the videos that I'm going to make because there are so many copycats and it's so annoying. And people will straight take your idea if they can make it do it before you, you know? And that's so annoying. It doesn't seem like it would be annoying, but when it happens so often, it does honestly get annoying sometimes. But anyway, a lot of people, for like the new year and in wintertime, I start getting a lot of questions about how to grow on YouTube and start your own YouTube channel and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to film a video about that. Let me know if you guys want me to do that or not. If you don't care and you wouldn't watch that video, you can let me know too. I think it might be informational, even if you don't want to start a YouTube channel and you just want to know like some things about YouTube, like how much money we make and stuff like that too. I want to start talking. A few months ago, I wanted to make a big change in my channel, where we didn't just do Dollar General shopping. We did like my weekly grocery shopping, set a budget, and stuff like that. I would like to do that, especially since, you know, some of my financial situation has changed, and I really kind of not only would like to do that, but I need to do that. I'm always so afraid now, though, to make different types of videos. I don't know why. I just really am. But I think we should try to do that. So I don't know why I keep doing this, but I'm a little tired. My eyes are a little heavy. Yeah, I mean, what worries me too about the food thing, though, if we did it like with my budget and stuff, like you guys aren't gonna eat the same things that I eat, and then we kind of eat unhealthy. So I think it would help us eat healthier, like in my household. But it just worries me, like, am I gonna get a lot more negative comments? And then I'm like, fuck the negative comments. You know, I couldn't do a live video and not drop an F-bomb. Sorry. Not sorry though, really. But anyway. I just think that if I keep being like afraid to post different types of videos, I'm gonna regret that. So I just want to post what I want to post. And if you don't like it, you can tell me in a nice way. And if you do like it, please tell me that as well. But I like to talk about making money. I feel like I'm pretty resourceful when it comes to making money because I've been, you know, pretty poor most of my life, so you know. Do I shop at Walgreens? Sometimes. It's my least favorite store. I really wish I had a Target. It makes me sad. Somebody said Christy Coupon's YouTube channel. Yeah. Sometimes I tell people that too. But, yeah, it's easy to say that though. Somebody said as long as your kids are healthy, it doesn't matter, eat what you want. I don't think my kids eat healthy enough. In fact, we went down the road earlier and we had that conversation with the kids. Because my son found a pack of family-sized Oreos in my stockpile room and ate them, the whole pack, and not one day or one setting or whatever, but he put them in his room, which he's not supposed to do, have food in his room obviously, and ate them all. And it just like really made me want to punch myself in the face, because I eat out of the Nutella jar, and it's my favorite thing to eat. But I do eat like healthy stuff too. I love vegetables. It's my favorite thing to eat. Anyway, I don't know why I'm going on into all of this, but I think if we budget and plan meals and pre-cook the meals, that not only will we have less waste, but it'll be very time saving, and we'll actually save money with our, did I already count that? I don't remember. I'm a little tired. I'm sorry. And we'll save money. So healthier, less waste, and time saving and money saving. So I think not only, even if you guys don't eat the same thing I eat, I guess you can just base it around what you guys want or whatever. Sounds like me in one setting. I mean, if you're an adult and you want to eat a whole pack of family size Oreo in one setting, I'd probably sit and eat one with you. I mean, honestly. But my son's 12, and I don't know. I just, looking back on being a parent, I guess it's totally my fault, and I wish I would have taught them that it's really not okay to just eat whatever you want whenever you want. Like, it's okay to splurge sometimes, or, you know, whatever, have you a little junk food here and there, but it's really not okay to just eat junk food all day and eat whatever you want whenever you want. Anyway, hope he had milk. Mostly I was mad because he didn't share the Oreos with me. Oh man, I'm so mad I don't have Target. My Instagram is Krista Coupons. Aw, you guys are so sweet. You eat candy bars for dinner? But I was thinking, like, how would we do that? Like, I guess at Walmart, because I think most of us have Walmart. I think that would be a good store to do it at. Obviously, we can't get all of our food from Dollar General. Also, we eat a lot of red meat, and I think planning meals and budgeting would help with that, because it's not okay to eat like red meat every single night. So, you know. I'm going to find it now. Be right back. Go find it. Go find that Instagram, girl, and follow me. I'm trying so hard to get to 10,000. Now I want some Nutella. Kroger was having a sale, and the Nutella was $2.49, and we have $1 off coupons. So it made jars of Nutella $1.49. So you bet your ass I cut my little coupons and went in the Kroger. Even though I haven't been eating Nutella, I couldn't pass it up for $1.49. I just couldn't. So I got to the store and they only had 2 jars of fucking Nutella, but I bought those 2 jars, and after we end this live stream, you bet your ass I'm gonna walk my fat ass right in my kitchen and eat me a big spoonful of Nutella. So like, this is what we're having for dinner: Nutella with a side of Oreo and a cup of milk. But anyway, all right guys, I got to go. We mostly chicken, and I pre-make meals and throw in the freezer, and then the crock pot in the morning, good meal at night, super easy. Yes. And I know, just since I've been thinking about this for like the last 3 months, because I was going to do this 3 months ago, and I was like, you know what, I don't want to start talking about budgeting right before the holidays and Thanksgiving and Christmas, although I probably should have just went ahead and went through with it, which I'm glad I didn't, because with all the stuff happening, I wouldn't have been able to keep up with it with my mom and stuff. But for the new year, I think that would be a good New Year's resolution for myself and some of you guys, to save some money and like to budget, actually budget my money, because I don't do that, and I used to. I didn't pre-plan my meals before, but I did budget, and I was able to save money that way. I'm not that great at saving money without budgeting, especially. So anyway, and then if you budget, obviously it's a lot easier if you pre-plan your groceries and what you're going to eat and that kind of stuff. But here recently, like when I cook dinner, let's say if I cook spaghetti, instead of just making 1 serving of ground beef, or one, would it be called, it wouldn't be called a serving, but instead of just making, you know, a pound of ground beef, I would make 2 pounds of ground beef and save the other half and freeze it. Like, go ahead and pre-cook it and freeze it. And even right now I have some stuff, you know, in my freezer, and it makes life so much easier when you can just take it out of the freezer and unthaw it, and it's already cooked or whatever. So anyway, I'm having a hard time thinking of words. Do you know what is so weird? I suddenly can't remember. Okay, this is gonna make me sound like an idiot, but I'm okay with that, I think. Maybe. Anyway, I suddenly can't remember how to spell the difference between loose and lose. Does lose have 1 O or 2? Somebody put it in a sentence for me. It's random as hell. But I was thinking about that while I was driving. And I was like, oh my god, I'm an idiot. I can't think of how to spell that. Does the Febreze warmer coupon still work? The Febreze warmer coupon? Yes. So, okay, now I forgot what I said. Lose has one. right? Oh, loose is like your pants are going to fall down. Loose. So lose is L-O-S-E and loose is L-O-O-S-E. Okay. All right. We're at in 45 minutes in, so hopefully when people watch the playback, they won't make it this far. Hopefully they do. Maybe they probably won't, though. Alright, so don't tell anyone I don't know how to spell lose. And thanks for helping. And I think the moral of this story is this was a really random ass live stream. Your hubby will lose his cool if you get loose. Y'all are funny. Alright, give the video a thumbs up. If you are not following me on Instagram, please go do that. I'm Chrissy Coupons over there. Oh, yeah, we got her $450 some dollars. I can't remember. I Western Unioned it to her, but it was $450 something. And then she has, I think, $15 in my PayPal account right now that I need to send to her. We didn't Western Union it. We MoneyGrammed it to her. Or Walmart to Walmart. Walmart to Walmart. That's what I did. Because with PayPal, I was afraid that since she didn't use PayPal all the time, I was afraid it was going to hold it and she wasn't going to get it for like 21 days because sometimes PayPal does that, especially if it's a large amount of money. So I did it that way to send to her. And then some of you guys sent like a few dollars here and there after I'd sent it to her. And I think it's like at $15 now. I have to double check my PayPal account. And I need to, I'm going to mail that to her. But she was very grateful. So she has kids and stuff. And she's not the manager at Dollar General, but does have a position. So, you know, I don't want to make a blanket statement and say that nobody, you know, everybody that works at Dollar General is poor or something like that. That's not what I'm saying at all. She was just having a rough time. And obviously people who have those kinds of retail jobs sometimes definitely are not paid enough. So she was super, super grateful. And she was like, I don't know how to ever thank everybody, especially not being able to say who I am, because she could lose her job for giving us the penny list every week. And by the way, she's been giving it to us consistently on Friday nights. So usually when she gets off, she sends it to me. So it's like Friday night. The one item list, I wasn't in a hurry to get that to you guys. But if it's a good penny list, I'll go ahead and post it on Friday night or Saturday morning. So, anyway, she was super happy and super grateful. And, I was going to share, like, screenshot our messages and share them in the Facebook group. And I think I still will do that. So if you guys are in the Facebook group, you'll see. I've been meaning to do that. And like mark out her name and picture and stuff like that. It just sucks that I can't share her identity, and she said the same thing, but she was grateful. And I think 450 is a nice little boost when you're having a rough time. So, PayPal held mine for 48 hours. Yeah. I know sometimes when you cash out with Ibotta to PayPal, if it's your first time, like when I first did that, they held my money for 21 days. So PayPal can be a pain in the butt when you first start, but after that, it's amazing. All right, good night. I gotta go. PayPal is a ripoff too. They did start charging, I think, 1%, but if you send it to your bank, which takes 24 hours, they don't charge anything. So instead of sending it immediately through PayPal, if you can wait 24 hours, That's the best way to go. Alright, bye guys. Give the video a thumbs up. Go follow me on Instagram. I think I will have your 5 off 25 breakdowns up tomorrow. Should have. And then we will work on our budgeting and food thing. Do not close your Ibotta account and start a new one. That is a whole nother conversation that I'm not going to go into because I have a hard time with goodbyes. But don't do that. Just no, don't do it. It's too much trouble. Don't do it. Okay? Bye.